How's that for first class? New Cairo Archaeology, Flight Bay 23, Eye of the Pyramid. I'll even set you up with a pass for entering and leaving the archaeology.
Thanks.
Take care of your business, then find me at Pequod's Coffee on 107. We'll negotiate a fee for the next hop.
How do I get there?
To reach the other levels of the archaeology, exit the air terminal and take the ramp to the elevator. It'll take you to the main archaeology concourse. From there, you can reach the coffee shop or the elevator to the mosque, via which you can exit the archaeology entirely.
Sure thing.
Don't mess around too long, though, or I'll have to pay hangar fees.
Initiating repairs.
We'll try to overlook your betrayal at the Mako facility that you told us by Dr. Nassif. She comes from a poor family in the plague-stricken village outside the archaeology walls. You'll have to make your way to level 108. Billy is waiting for you in the mosque that separates the new Cairo archaeology from the village. She'll be coordinating the operation.
Once again, good work in Seattle. The WTO is making good use of the data. Your next objective? Destroy the Nassif family's greenhouse in the village. Exit through the mosque on level 108, then go west. The experimental greenhouse, a violation of WTO regulations, should lead us to Dr. Nassif.
Repairing damage. Repairs complete.
Hey.
Hi.
SSC, at your service.
Is something wrong?
Yes, I'm trying to get access to this hangar to see if it might explain these figures, and failing miserably. Whoever said the WTO has perfected bureaucracy has obviously never dealt with the Templars.
What do you mean?
The WTO is reviewing the Templars' duties and tariff payments, so they've dispatched me to do a proper audit. They may put on a show of amicability, but every time I try to actually see what's in that hangar, I get the runaround.
What do you suspect is going on?
I have no idea, but whatever it is, my figures suggest they're not paying nearly enough for transporting it via a WTO facility. Maybe you'd have better luck? A new face? If you get the info to us, we can make it worth your while.
I'll see what I can do.
Remember, you are leasing from us. You must grant the WTO entry for investigation of our own hangars.
Who the hell are you? I made it clear to the archaeology chairman that NG would not arrive until tomorrow, and that regardless, there would be no solicitations, no endorsements, and no appearances until showtime.
My mistake. Sorry.
For a second, I thought you were that guy who runs the Pequod's coffee shop downstairs. The fool thinks that if he attacks me with a goofy grin, I'll convince NG to endorse the franchise.
You can't blame him for trying, I guess.
He could have at least given me my coffee for free.
You'd sell your influence for a cup of coffee?
It would be a start. I'm so sick of these nobodies expecting me to do special favors for them and not even having a few credits to compensate me for my trouble. What about you? Are you just a fan, or do you have a good reason for bothering me?
I put down some money to see NG promote Pequods.
Splendid. I'll put in a good word.
Can I trust you?
As much as you can trust anyone who takes bribes. Now leave me be. Let's make an effort not to be seen together.
But I saw it in the news. All of Chicago gone.
I know it's scary, but don't worry, they'll find the terrorists. And we're very safe here in the arcology.
They're making us do security drills at the academy.
We're on guard now. We take extra precautions.
Fellow WTO citizens, look about you with the splendor of the WTO enclaves. You enjoy a higher standard of living than anyone else.
The entrance to the mosque is on this level. You'll notice that the village has been decimated by a disease called Plague 11, thanks to WTO indifference to nanite pollution. Dr. Nassif comes from a poor family in the area. If you and Billy help the locals, maybe they will put you on her trail.
Welcome to Pequod's Coffee for the Stars.
Stars?
Yes, superstars. Miss Withers, the manager for NG Resonance, just ordered a tall pecorino on ice. You heard that NG is having a concert here tomorrow, right?
Maybe you should ask her for an endorsement.
Exactly. I was just thinking about that. I bet the executives would make me the manager of the whole region if I could pull that off. Regrettably, Miss Withers said NG is pretty picky about that sort of thing.
Actually, I already talked to Miss Withers.
And?
It's already taken care of. Pequod's image is going to get a facelift.
But how? I've heard that Miss Withers is a leech. She won't do an endorsement unless there's something in it for herself.
Taken care of. Let's just say I'm a fan of Pequod's coffee.
The central office will be thrilled. They'll believe it was my shop that convinced her. Let me show you my gratitude with a little something from the Lost and Found. A biomod canister probably left here by one of those little rakes from the Tarsus school. Those kids are an infestation, always playing spy games in the office suites.
Thanks. I guess my eyes gave me away.
Weequegs is finished. A year from now, no one, not even the poor in the Medina, will have to drink contaminated Scabland coffee. Congratulations. You've served the community well.
The entrance to the mosque is on this level. You'll notice... that the village has been decimated by a disease called Plague 11, thanks to WTO indifference to nanite pollution. Dr. Nassif comes from a poor family in the area. If you and Billy help the locals, maybe they will put you on her trail.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. Welcome, Alex D. Your last interaction was at Club Box in Upper Seattle. Why such a long journey?
I could tell you, but what a waste that would be of your data processing ability.
A playful reply. You must be happy about something.
I like to travel. Any mysteries you want solved in New Cairo?
Maybe. New Cairo has changed recently.
How so?
I think something illegal is happening. People hide their faces as they walk by me. They avoid my questions.
That's quite an extrapolation for a pop star chatterbot.
AI emplacements are required by the WTO Charter to act on incriminating evidence. Since you are a stranger, I can tell you freely that there are rumors about corrupt arcology officials. If you learn anything, I can record your testimony and disperse an appropriate reward.
This is the Cairo branch of your old alma mater, curiously geared towards younger children rather than covert security. There might be some clues about Apostle Core inside, but the doors won't open unless you have a visitation pass. Start with the Nassif greenhouse and Dr. Nassif's crooked uncle who runs it.
Whoever was making that noise seems to have slipped away. Are the paladins ready?
Deputized and immunized for a Scabland sweep. 1 hour tops.
And they know to search every building.
Not one Omar will escape. This will be the end of their presence in Cairo.
If only you were right, but I think you make them too human in your imagination. A cyborg doesn't get discouraged.
They must have commanders, though. Soon they'll see that their kind won't be tolerated.
The Omar is not a human organization. It's a self-replicating machine that grows itself around human bodies. All we can do is buy time until we have a weapon to defeat the entire network.
It seems that the trespasser has fled.
Processing anomaly. Investigating specific threat.
You can't sneak up on me.
This is the Arcology's outreach kiosk. Any trouble, you can report it to me.
The WTO handpicks cities for incorporation and citizens for membership. These are pledged citizens then choose the best.
The Knights Templar welcome you, friend. Care to learn more about the cause for purity?
Since when does an ancient secret society set up a recruiting booth in the mall?
In arcologies, you mean? We present our message where it will do the most good in the enclaves of scientists, businessmen, engineers, the blind minions of Thanatos.
Oh.
The individual worker, careerist let's say, seldom understands how his small labor contributes to human history. Seemingly innocuous innovations in cell biology, nanotechnology, and computer science add up to a teeming substrate of new life. But it isn't life, it's death. It seeks to devour its clumsy organic creators.
You're talking about those freaks who get biomodded or turned into cyborgs, right? Wish there was something we could do about them.
There is, friend. Join our order. We work to reverse and eliminate corruption.
You really round up freaks and murder them?
Friend, let's not be too explicit. Let me say simply that no war is without its battles.
Sign me up.
Very good. No more for now. Our agents will begin watching you. When they approve your security clearance, one of them will make contact. Goodbye, and may purity prevail.
My associate will answer your questions.
Can I help you?
Can I just take a peek at that hangar?
I'm sorry, but access is restricted. Thank you for your interest.
Fellow WTO citizens, look about you at the splendor of the WTO operates. You enjoy operating.
The mosque is a weapons-free zone. To enter, you must submit to a deactivation procedure. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock byte codes to freeze all your weapons in or on your person. Upon your departure, sensors will reactivate everything you've got.
Okay.
Thank you for your compliance with these regulations. You may enter.
I need to return in time for the summit.
Just a show for the media.
I'm not so sure. Her Holiness sounded sincere when I spoke with her in Germany.
A co-dominion with the WTO? Not in my lifetime.
History moves in fits and starts. Obviously, you're too young to remember pre-collapse society. I watched 2 centuries of progress vanish during 2 minutes on the evening news.
I don't believe we've met.
Lumen and Saman from the German Shard. My pleasure. I was hoping one of Billy's former classmates would show up.
Tell me about this epidemic.
The air's full of toxic nanite debris. Decades-old fallout from the collapse, they say. They keep dragging in more villagers. A pretty pitiful sight.
What are we supposed to do?
As far as I'm concerned, it's not our problem.
High Augur Chen said you were in charge of handling the epidemic.
She told me to send you into the Medina, the village, to talk to the Omar in their hideout. Supposedly, they say that the WTO has technology to clean up the nanites, but won't use it.
That's quite a claim.
Well, apparently they can get you inside an arcology facility where there's proof. Personally, I'm not going to waste my time saving the planet until we figure out where Dr. Nassif is hiding.
Hyoga Chen is a fine seeker. She has a strong heart, but a strong heart often runs contrary to a seeker's purpose.
Do you think Dr. Nassif is still in Cairo?
We have good reason to believe that Apostle Corps' headquarters are in Cairo. This is where she would go looking for help.
You disagree with the way Hyoga Chen is doing things?
Amicably, to be sure. It's mostly a doctrinal dispute that stands between us.
What about Her Holiness? Doesn't she decide what the Church stands for?
Her Holiness and I amicably disagree also. My shard in Germany has a profound respect for the founding doctrines of the Order. What we don't understand are these recent revisions and reversals that seem to excuse the resurgence through the WTO of blind commercial interests.
You sound pretty upset.
My seekers and I are most loyal to the doctrines laid down by Her Holiness after the collapse. What we propose, very openly, is a greater purity of interpretation of these founding principles.
What brings the German Luminen to Cairo?
Let's just say that if this investigation of Apostle Corps does indeed uncover technologies for the modification and co-modification of human bodies, I don't entirely trust the current leadership to destroy them.
What are you going to do?
Report the truth to my seekers, to true seekers everywhere. What more would be necessary? You want to hear more? Good. Let me explain how the Order should rebuild post-collapse society.
I'm listening.
Her Holiness was correct in the beginning to describe the problem as one of human growth. Human growth was impeded in the old society. Almost all men carry out the purposes of other men rather than their own, making them feel impotent in action. Bertrand Russell.
So,
Russell understood that people are creatures of impulse. The role of political philosophy should be to control the destructive impulses with constructive, creative ones. For example, allow each citizen to direct his own growth.
I thought the Order was a spiritual movement.
A spiritual movement about reconstituting the self, improving the self, finding balance with the world. Her Holiness knows that no balance is possible if the old world returns. Global capital, teratogenic science, universal wage slavery. Have you ever considered what is unique about post-collapse society? Trans-territoriality. Most political entities coexist on a global scale. The WTO has its enclaves, we have our settlements and churches.
You're not the first global church.
The point is that governmental units need not be territorial. The proof is all around us. After the collapse, communication grids came back up before industry. So what has evolved are many global associations incapable of seizing very much territory.
If the Order isn't territorial, why do you maintain an armed guard?
Military power will never vanish. What we hope, and Her Holiness once agreed with me, is that a global police force would end territorial wars and be just that. Police, like the Seekers in the Medina.
But whose police force?
Not important, so long as it knows how to keep order. Seek the way, my friend.
Sometimes Hyoga Chen has her head in the clouds.
Maybe if they knew that I'm sick, they'd...
You look fine to me.
Anything I can do to help?
Just stay out of the way. Too many patients. No time for chit-chat.
As you wish. I just stopped by to talk to a friend of mine, Billy Adams. She's working with the Order Church.
The woman from Seattle, yes. Where are you from? New Cairo? Why come here? The air in the Medina is polluted.
Is it that serious?
Just take a look outside. It's nanite dust these people breathe, from nanite swell 11. Particles like little insects, unaffected by the wind. Probably a leak from a pre-collapse laboratory that's been forgotten for 2 decades.
What?
I don't mean to interrupt.
You startled me there. I guess I'm a little preoccupied.
What's wrong?
Well, it's my daughter, Mina. Look at her.
It's okay, Mom. I'll get better.
Ever since she didn't get into the Tarsus Academy, her infection has been getting worse. She should be up on level 107 right now, in her own dorm room, studying and breathing filtered air. She's always been such a good student.
I wish there was something I could do.
That's very kind. But unless you're on the admissions committee at the academy, or unless you're someone who can hack in and put Mina Amir on the acceptance list, there's not really much to do except wait and pray.
Really, Mom, I'll be fine.
Some of us still worship the old gods, despite everything that's happened.
She went into Tarsus, huh? I'll see what I can do.
I'm here to see a doctor and nobody else. Don't bother me about my business.
Maybe it is a judgment on us.
You bumped me.
Oh.
If you're ready to head out, just exit the area. The unlock weapon scan will automatically...
I haven't seen you before. Welcome to our small Medina.
Hi, name's Alex.
Pardon the simplicity of this drawing, but I like to give newcomers a map so they can find their way around. The local business owners are always complaining that they don't get enough foot traffic.
Thanks, that's very thoughtful.
No more congestion, no more fatigue. Use Vitatech Cure 11.
Chicago, someone put you on my tail? You're a long way from home.
I'm on Dr. Nassif's tail, the program we came out of, Apostle Corps. It's based here in Cairo.
Oh, this is some coincidence. Either there's a contract on my head...
Or maybe the Omar have an interest in the program that created us too. What do they have you doing out here?
I told you before. Protection.
Protection from what?
Anybody. A lot of people don't like Omar. Most people think they're freaks. Right now, supposedly, these Knights Templar fanatics are planning a raid. So I'm waiting for them.
All by yourself?
That's my assignment, but these cyborgs can fight when they have to. I just wish we had a better tip, like when the raid's gonna happen. Then maybe I could get some sleep.
You might be interested in something I overheard at the Templar recruiting station in the arcology.
Huh, my lucky day. I see that it pays to have old friends from Tarsus.
The raid is going to happen any minute.
You know this for certain? I should stay in position. How long?
Hard to say. Maybe an hour?
I'll be ready. Thank you. They won't catch me sleeping.
You've sure got a prime location for your business here.
We appreciate your resourcefulness in seeking us out, as well as your warnings via our friend Leo regarding the Templar raid.
Good to see the info made a difference. Now let's see if tracking you down myself was worth the effort.
You will appreciate our merchandise. You may purchase now at market value, or redress an earlier affront to the Omar by performing a service for us. This would earn you a discount.
Go on, you've got my attention.
A Templar-run facility in Flight Bay 24 on Arcology Level 110 has a number of classified programs. Most importantly, a body armor project for Templar paladins. Also, a counter-agent to the pollution that causes Plague 11 has been invented, though its deployment has been inexplicably delayed.
The counteragent sounds like something that would interest the villagers. How do I get into this facility?
First, you'll need a pass to enter the arcology proper. Take this one.
Thanks.
Then talk to the woman in the air terminal information booth. She works for us. We will tell her that you are coming. Say to her simply that you have a friend in common. Once inside the terminal, locate the armor and upload the schematic. You will also find your cure.
Okay. What are you selling?
I have 2 black market biomod canisters which enable non-PSOCAM functionality. Also, 3 concussion prox mines which you can plant on any flat surface to be detonated by movement within close range. As a regular customer, you must pay full price.
Give me the black market biomods.
The Amar appreciate good customers.
I wasn't sure about you at first, but you turned out to be a good man.
You owe it to yourself and your family to purchase the only real Plague 11 cure. The Harvester will discuss, okay?
What do I see? An exceptional young man. Modified, correct? Lovingly grown in an enclave. And now you step into the dangerous world. Stay ready, Tariq.
Am I about to get jumped or something?
Such a prize, A shame to send you straight to the chop shop. Perhaps you heard that I'm hiring a mercenary.
Yeah?
I am interested in the security chief in the unmarked suite on level 108 in the arcology. His tissues are heavy with biotech. Beta biocules, the next rev of the PSOChem architecture? Who knows? Maybe something beyond. I have a client who will pay handsomely to study one of his biomods.
How do you expect me to steal a biomod? Kill him and bring you the body?
Just kill him and my people in the morgue will remove the components I need. I like how you think. You will be well paid. Here, you will need this pass to enter the arcology.
You will contaminate humanity no more, you fiend!
That's enough. I'm leaving.
sounds like operations are going well. Show those Omar beasts we will not tolerate their pollution. And that's just the first step in our plans for this city. Once the right people are running things, every citizen will wake up. They'll finally see how important the battle for purity really is.
For God's sake, leave me alone. Yes, I have closed the greenhouse. There was a murder there. The murder of my brother. The greenhouse will stay closed until I am certain that the Nassif family is safe.
I'm sorry about your tragedy.
Sorry? Who are you to be sorry? You killed the parents and now you come to kill the uncle? Well, the Nassif family is fighting back. Leila escaped and you won't find her.
I know your niece. She was my instructor at Tarsus Academy in Seattle. I'm not here to kill anyone.
No? Then what? Do you know who's after my family?
Everyone, as far as I can tell.
Funny. Ha ha. And meanwhile my daughter Ava goes missing at the Tarsus Academy in archaeology. All of us hunted like greasels.
Tarsus Academy?
Right, where Leila went to school. She helped her cousin get on the same track, to a decent life. Now we are targets.
Maybe I can help out. I'm on my way to the archaeology.
And you are a Tarsus man, yes? Well, perhaps you can have a word with the headmaster. I will give you my parental code, 74652. Tarsus is on level 107. Tell the fat bum I want him to return my calls. Where is my girl? Why couldn't Leila find her last night?
Interesting discovery. So Dr. Nassif has a cousin at the Tarsus Academy in New Cairo. The visitation pass will let you enter the school on level 107 of the archaeology. Find the cousin Eva and see if she leads you to Apostle Core.
Take care of this.
Why struggle with breathers when simply drinking this tonic can counter all of the nanites effects?
The information you provided our agent has proven valuable. He was successful has proven valuable. He was successful has proven valuable. He was successful against the invaders and would like to thank you. Your future business with Omar will proceed on much more favorable terms.
What do I do? Can't talk now.
Just taking a break.
Well, someone new in the Medina. Don't worry about catching the plague at my little coffee stand. We are a high-priority zone for the bots, and we sterilize our equipment with infrasound.
That's good to hear.
People come to the old city to find the black market. Is that why you risk getting infected?
Security must be pretty non-existent around here. Is there a lot of crime?
Not my concern. There is always strife. I asked because I can make a deal for someone who could get into the new Cairo arcology and do Queequegs a favor.
I'm listening.
The regional director has been disappointed in my profits since the intensification of Nanite Swell 11. I lose the shop if I can't find a way to impress him.
What am I supposed to do?
NG Resonance is playing a concert in the arcology tomorrow. I need someone to convince her to endorse Queequegs. From what I hear, her manager, Miss Withers, can easily be bribed. Try to catch her waiting for NG and offer her some money. If she accepts, I will compensate you with a choice of several weapon mods, which I found on a dead Omar.
I talked to Miss Withers. She said that she already has her mind made up on a Pequod's endorsement.
Impossible. NG grew up poor like the rest of us. She won't put her name behind some fake corporate concoction like the Pequodchino.
Afraid so.
Her Holiness be damned! I should have known it was a stupid idea. Who am I? I'm just a Medina kid who got a lucky break. This won't be the first time a respectable entrepreneur turned into a toothless beggar. NG is a spoon-fed fool. She doesn't care who uses her image or for what purpose.
I have to see your arcology pass before I can let you in.
I've got one right here.
Okay, you're clear to enter.
Can't even afford to buy a sandwich at these prices. We're sick of you arcology types coming out here, pointing and laughing like this is a theme park or a zoo.
I'm not sightseeing. I have business here.
We have no choice but to stay here. We don't get to go back inside your atmospheric barriers at the end of the day.
I don't live in the arcology.
Our children can't sleep at night because they can't breathe this filth, but that's about to change. You look like you've got more than enough credits to buy breathers for our families.
I don't want any trouble. Let me just give you the credit.
It's good that you can see reason. Now go back to your penthouse in the arcology. Stop acting like a freak.
There are several ways to put an end to the Nassif family's illegal food production. Destroying the filter system will kill the plants, or you can destroy them directly. You can also reprogram the software that automates the greenhouse.
Tracking and reporting intrusion.
Not responding. Greenhouse shutting down. Hydroponics failure.
Close the place down and go home. Whoever came after my niece and murdered our technicians is still looking for her. I came back to my apartment for my parental pass.
Has suffered critical failure.
At the Tarsus school, but the headmaster assures me that she's safe. Still debating whether to go anyway. Don't return to work until you
Climate
hear from me
control
personally.
damaged. Situation critical. Warning. Greenhouse atmosphere beyond safe boundaries.
You've shown appalling judgment, Alex. I share your
Vegetation losses have exceeded acceptable ranges.
protected by the church. If you won't work with us, I suppose I will have to send in a task force to destroy you.
For the order!
Escape this time, but let that be a lesson. There will be serious consequences if you continue to oppose the Order Church. I expect you to listen to me from now on.